Hello, everybody in AI land. I have made my first video in 3 months. All right, I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so we have a cloud-based platform. It's a communication hub. It stores emails, text messages, voicemails, phone communication. Every communication we have with our customers is stored in one place, and it's a centralized record of my communication with customers. Well, we asked for a few extra features, and it turns out that my developers hit a wall. They said, I need to have my own call center software. I was like, okay, great. I need my own call center software. All right, I already have an account with the big Ring company. I have an account with the big Ring company. We have some old Vonage thing accounts, whatever. I don't want to say company names here. I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. Just an old salesman that can write software. And I have Twilio. Now, I know that Twilio is a cloud-based platform designed for me to build whatever I want when it comes to communication, right? SMS, MMS, multimedia messages, right? Like that's a text message with a picture. I can do inbound and outbound phone calls. I can terminate and work with that in any fashion I want. I can put a call on pause. I just got to be able to program it. I can transfer a call. I just got to be able to program it. And I got a quote for like $900 to use their call center software. And I said to my developers, are you effing kidding me? I hired you to build it. I didn't hire you to go find somebody to sell it to me. What are you talking about? So what have I been doing for the last 3 months? I've been building our own call center software. This video is to show you how much money you're wasting. Literally how much you're wasting. Okay, so our business is in a bunch of states. We have a whole bunch of phone lines. And we get a whole bunch of phone traffic. We got a whole bunch of text messages in and out, communicating with customers all day. And, okay, let's look at this here real quick. What is the average cost of, what is Twilio? This one, my stupid little thing is blocking it. Are you kidding me? How is that even possible that I did that? Okay, so what is Twilio? We'll start off here. Twilio is a cloud-based communication platform that AI allows. I'm so addicted to AI, I thought that said AI. That allows businesses to integrate communication tools into their applications. That's what Twilio is, right? A cloud-based communication platform that allows businesses to integrate their communication tools into their applications. Let's do a quick search here. What is the average cost of VoIP service per line? Whoa. For one phone number, it's between $25 and $40 per month. Now, guess how many Twilio lines I have? I couldn't even tell you. I probably got 30, maybe 40. And my entire bill, including the volume, is less than $300 a month. Literally less than $300 a month. So for the average business out there that has 6 phone lines, do the math. They're spending $300 for something they could get for 20. But they don't do it because they don't have the systems. So I'm going to run as fast as I can through these systems. I'm going to show you quickly what we've built, how it could potentially change your business, and I'm going to invite some customers to come in and work with us because we have some more development. We need to increase the volume of this a little bit. We need to see what you like, what you don't like, because we already know what we like and what we don't like. But we want to get other people's opinions. So let's go ahead and jump into it because this does a lot. It does a whole bunch. It does way more than you're going to get out of the box with any other program you can buy. All right, we're logging in. All right, so this is our dashboard. Quickly, we have manage our phone numbers, ring groups, MSS forwarding, call recordings, missed call alerts, voicemail, call logs, register zones, log out. We have employees, stats, Twilio, send and receive text, marketing, after hours management, and SMS campaigns. Okay, so the biggest problem with Twilio is this. You got to know your shit. Like, if you can't just buy a Twilio number and just start to make phone calls with it. You have to develop it. You have to build the software behind it. You have to design a system to make the Twilio work. So we've made that easy. Simply right here, you can configure your numbers. All right, so I can select a number. This is my LSA for Cincinnati. This is the URL I wanted to use, right? So this call forwarding.php, this is what you have to build to make this phone number work. That's why you just don't get Twilio unless you have a developer, right? So we build all the hard stuff into the system. We can purchase phone numbers. Right here, I can choose a number. I can search for it. It's not going to have no 614 numbers. If they did, I would already bought them. So it gives you all the phone numbers that are close to 614. That's just what's available. If I did 740, 937, any of the outside metro areas, I would get that phone number, but you ain't going to buy a Columbus, Ohio phone number. You're not going to buy a Dallas, Texas number. You're not going to buy any major metropolitan areas because T-Mobile, Verizon, all the big companies have already bought them up. So it's very few and far between to get a hold of these numbers. They're pretty valuable. I have about 6 of them in Columbus, and I wouldn't give them up for the world. Okay, so we can purchase phone numbers. What can we do with those phone numbers? So basically right here, I manage my phone numbers. Every phone number that I'm actively using right now is assigned to a ring group. This ring group makes the magic happen. Ring groups, SMS campaigns, every time somebody calls in, they're going to have our after hours, which I'll show you after hours in a second, but it's going to ring our office staff. Nick, Lourdes, Maddie, blah, 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 office. So it's going to ring all these numbers at one time. Same exact features you get on Twilio. Same exact features. After hours is handled right here. We set our business hours, and the after hours phone number will ring anytime our business hours are closed on this page. So SMS forwarding. So anytime we miss a call, we can automatically send a message out to that customer and let them know we missed a phone call. We have ring group managers. Ring group managers are the people that are going to take those text messages and communicate back with the customers. It's a super cool system. You receive a text message on your phone with a code. You type in that code, respond back, you have a conversation with that customer. Another customer calls back in with a different code. You type in that code, respond back, and you have a complete separate conversation inside one SMS string on your phone. Incredibly awesome. So obviously voicemails. We got our call recordings. This is all the call recordings. I don't have my password on here because I don't want to show it. It's going to ask me forever. I got to click cancel forever because I don't have it on here. But we didn't want to give any personal information out. So let's get into the coolest part of it. Well, we got call logs right here. We don't want to be on here too long because I don't want any personal information. But now let's go to our dashboard. Let's look at our SMS campaigns. This is where we went to the next level. So these are my campaigns, right? I have open zone list. I don't have no active campaigns. If I did have an active campaign, I could hit start. I could start sending out text messages. What makes my text messaging machine better than yours? I mean, that's like the famous question. Like I got a hot wife. You got a hot wife. Why is mine better? I don't know, because she's a bitch. It's a simple answer. So this is not so simple. First of all, we have a multi-thread SMS machine. So if I'm text messaging somebody in Dallas and somebody in Columbus, they both have two unique area codes. What happens is it's going to select a Dallas phone number, and it's going to send them a message from that Dallas phone number. It's going to select a Columbus area code and send that next message out with the Columbus area code. And then AI is going to handle each one of those separate communications with that separate phone number. Okay, so we're multi-thread. We have 16 different phone numbers working across the country. So these people are seeing a familiar number when they get a message, right? Like I'm in Columbus. I'm used to seeing 614-740. If I get an 817 text message, I'm like, who the hell is that? Like, what is there? Like I'm thinking automatically it's a problem. So it's going to send out a familiar area code for each one of these messages. Yeah, not that fancy. unless you consider the fact AI is going to handle these communications for you. So since AI is handling that communication, we're going to have 600 different conversations with 16 different phone numbers, and each person has to have that communication thread with the original phone number sent out. That's why it's very unique. AI is going to set these appointments for you. We have a built-in zone management system to where these people have whatever appointment availability and slots you want to set. We'll get into that in a second. But right here is our customer response section. We have active and we have archived. We move it, we drag it. AI actually will look at an appointment. If it's slid over here, AI will look for any appointment information and then automatically set an appointment. You would find that in calendars. Quickly, I can drag and drop, set my appointments. I can click it. I can reset it. I can add notes. I can assign a salesperson. I can do whatever I want, just like you do with your Google Calendar. SMS messages, MSS, excuse me. This is multimedia. This is where it gets expensive to send out text messages. Okay, so to send out a text message normally, it costs me, my phone's dinging like crazy. Anyway, to send out a text message normally it costs me a fraction of a cent, like 0.2 of a penny. If I send out a multimedia text message with a picture, it costs me 2 cents plus that fraction of a cent. So I'm looking at like 2.5 cents a message. That's just going out. That's not coming back in because it's only going out. So if I send out 3,000 text messages on a campaign, I'm looking at about an initial cost of $130. At the end of the day, we're probably looking at about $200 to do that campaign. I mean, it's dirt cheap. I mean, considering you're not hiring nobody to do it. So basically, you just clear it. Now, every campaign you make right now is not going to have a picture. You select a picture, bam, right there. That's all you got to do. Now, every single campaign is going to have a picture. You got your campaign builder. This is what you name your campaign. Very important because how you name your campaign is how AI is going to rep your campaign. So if you're like, hey, spring AC special, AI is literally going to talk to these people about a spring AI special. I mean, it's going to hold your cost. It's going to be like, no, I'm not negotiating with you. Done told you it's a special. When are you available? It's going to set the appointment for you. So you're going to build your campaign here. Campaign name actually controls how AI is going to communicate. Then we got manage emojis, right? So we also have, I select a campaign, bam, it's going to give me the text I wrote in there. I have no active campaigns right now because I didn't want to have any information in here that's specific to my company. But I select a campaign, I type da-da-da-da-da, and I put in an emoji. Bam, right there it is. So I can include emojis right inside my pictures. Then I have my images. I can add an image to the top of that message. All right, AI training. This is really super cool. So right here I say, who am I? But I got to understand how AI is going to communicate with my customers in order to make it do what I want it to do. So it's going to go down here. First thing it's going to do is any message it receives that is a 60% similarity to my predetermined messages, it's going to accept the predetermined message. It's going to avoid AI. If that message does not fall within that similarity, like this is 68, so it will send out a predetermined message. You can build 1 million of these in here. And then you can make it percentage based. That way AI is not always talking to your customers, but yet at the same time, any of your common responses will get picked up based on what you want to say. So it's a happy medium. It's half AI, it's half what you want to say. It just populated. All right. So we just had a similarity of 68.1%. Now I could drop this down to 40%. And at 40%, it would not take my training data. It would simply go with what AI said. So that's how the AI training works. Typically this is going to have 500 to 600 predetermined responses. You're going to build that off of the next super cool thing you're about to see. That is going to be your campaign management, okay? So right here is your campaign analytics. So the pixels. Now these are built off of our custom coupon page. I'll get into that next. Excuse me. All right, so total received messages 1. I had 1 inbound message for my campaign. This is all test data. I had 0 positive responses, 8 neutral, and 1 negative. So I'm going to be able to look at what they're saying to me and then I'm going to be able to pick and choose how I build my AI. It's an ongoing process to ensure that you communicate with your customers in the way you choose. What else is on this page? All right, so how many text messages am I going to send out per minute? I can do 1 to 10. 16-line system, do the math, that's a lot of text messages. This is where I start and stop my campaigns. I hit active, it goes. This is where I set my guidelines for when I send messages. So I'm not sending any messages on Sunday. Monday, I'm going to send them from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. So whatever you set these to, the campaign will run. It'll automatically stop during these times. And now I'm getting a phone call from Dan Boots of Longinette. He is calling me about advertising. We're going to send him a voicemail. Very important man. He owns a radio station, a radio host. I mean, he's a pretty cool dude, but he's going to voicemail because I'm doing a freaking YouTube video, right? Like, what the fuck? Anyway, all right. So all holidays we're able to black out here, the whole 9 yards. List management. So I can reset my list. I can reassign my campaign information all over the place. All right, so we're moving right along. Coupon designer. This is so cool. So right here, I'm able to design coupons for each different campaign. So open zone list. There's the coupon I designed. It's real simple. I just choose a picture, upload it, write some information on top of it. I have a coupon. It gives me a custom link. I include this in my text message. This is what the customer sees. They get whatever. Hey, this is Bill with SMS Company. Just wanted to reach out to you. We're running some specials this month. They click this link. This is what they see. They click on it. They're then able to set an appointment. All this appointment information is really super cool because it's dictated how you want it to be dictated. In zones, we go down here to appointment times. I have 9, 11, and 1300. That's 1 o'clock for all you non-military people. I have a max appointment of 3 appointments per day. I save it. It's going to present these appointment times. It'll never book more than 3 per day. Now I go down here to appointment days. These are the days in which I want to allow people to set appointments from a start date to an end date. That way we can control when our appointments are being set. And finally, we have our calendar, drag and drop, super cool, all the information we need. All right, so let's get into zone management. How do we group our customers into a usable format, right? All right, this is how we do it. So we're going to go ahead and just do 50 here to save, because I mean there's literally 38,000 zones nationwide in here, and it loads them all on this map. So we're going to load the selected zones. Here we go. I get my hand right here. All right, so I hit this. I'm about to group all these zones. I missed that guy. He won't be zoned. He won't be grouped. Once I do this, I go assign selected pins to a zone. I rename it. Now all of the customers or all the zones that fall in this area, these are basically zip codes. All the zip codes that fall in this area are grouped into one zone. Now, why is that important? Because now we have customers. These customers right here, these are all different zip codes. We got zip codes, and then we got some actual names of cities. It just depends how the zones are built when we upload it. We have probably 60,000 customers in here, so I'm going to select them all. This is where I'm going to crash my browser because I'm going to load like 4,300 different pins on the map, right? That's a lot of browser stuff here. So as you see, it's going to quickly start to count. It's adding the pins to the map. All right, so this is showing me everybody inside these zones. All right, now this one we can't draw on because it's way too much information to even think about doing that. But what we're able to do is assign these to people to a campaign. So here in a second, you're going to see how this information starts to make sense. By the way, we had 43,000 earlier. It's auto-populating my database based on current customer requests. We get a lot of customer requests. All right, so here in a minute, this blob is going to start to make sense to you. If you ever buy a computer and you have a choice of 4 gigabytes of memory, 8 gigabytes, 16 or 32, or 64, yeah, buy the good one. I mean, this is extreme amount of data. I mean, for the average person, you're not going to need anything close to 32, but in order to actually do queries with this much information, with a, as you see, starts to make sense, right? Each one of the colors represent a zone. Each one of the dots represent a customer. So I'm able to target my lists based off of exact information. I can send out a text message to just this group of people with just my exact message to them. I can target that based on local weather. Okay, I have triggers to automatically start campaigns on a drastic weather change. I can set that for sporting event scores, like if the high school team makes it to the state championship, I can have a campaign triggered to send out a text message talking about that. Right? That's like the advantages of AI. If this community has special events that they do that's unique to other communities, I can trigger it to start 3 months before the annual running of the bulls in Bullshit, Idaho. Well, a week before that starts, I can start sending out SMS campaigns to people just in that area about their fucking bulls. It's like literally, we put in the AI features in a system that you can manage yourself with no giant expense. So what we're looking for is people that are legit, that have opt-in messages. Like everybody you saw on that map, I have an opt-in contract with. I can communicate with that person. I am not breaking FCC, FEE, BBE. I'm not pissing off Elon Musk. I'm not pissing off Trump. I'm allowed to communicate with these people. If they ask me to stop communicating with them, the system will automatically opt them out, and I will not talk to them. That's double tracked. So we're not trying to break the rules here. I'm not looking for no pig butcher scammers that would like a more effective way to rip people off. That's not what we're looking to do. We're looking to team up with legitimate companies that would like to have the ability to have some of the fancier features in life they want without that giant expense. Oh, look, my call stats just came up. Look at this little line right here. These are all my call stats by day. All the dips are weekends. All the highs are the days. The extra highs are the really cold days. I'm in HVAC industry. These are the calls by day, at the time of day, right? So, that's 12 a.m., 1 a.m., all the way up as you see our day goes, and they drop back down. So all the call stats and call metrics, everything is built into this. This takes all the voice over IP services you buy. It makes you go, why did I pay that much money? Why do I spend $600 a month on voice over IP service? And this 48-year-old former Marine idiot used AI to build something better. I mean, that's just the truth. I'm 48 years old. I'm a former Marine. I'm a pretty smart guy. I work for an HVAC company, and I saw a need. I jumped in there and started using AI to build software with my many, many years of experience to build something that's better, cheaper, and more reliable than what costs you $1,000 a freaking month. So you have to ask yourself this. Either you're going to develop it yourself or you're going to team up with somebody that has developed it. But one of the two things need to happen. You need to fire your phone company because they're sticking it in your. I don't want to get banned, but they're sticking it somewhere. You know where they're sticking it. Reach out, friend me, talk to me. I'd like to find some other companies to team up with during our beta process. If you're a developer, if you think you have some insight in how we can best use this, I'd love to hear from you. I'm not an expert. I am not a genius. If it wasn't for AI, I could not even have gotten this far. But I do have a computer background programming knowledge a little bit, enough to understand servers, software, communication, and databases. I do not have the knowledge to build everything you see here, but effectively using AI, we're able to put it together. So if you got more brains than me and you're a good guy, man, I would love to team up with you because I think we got something here that's going to change a lot of people's budgets because I know that our phone bills before this were $2,000-$3,000 a month. Now we're down to $300 a month. $300 a month, down from $2,000-$3,000, because we built the API endpoints we needed to terminate and engage in the conversations we want to have. That simple. All right, everybody out there in AI land, I appreciate you watching this video. I hope the ownership doesn't give me too much of a hard time for showing it this early. but well, they don't like to brag with me as much as I do. So I needed some bill love. I need you guys to tell me how cool this is because I guess they're just dropping the ball on my bill love. I need some love. This shit's cool.